What's going on to all of my Sagittarius? So for you Sagittarius, shuffle up these cards here. You Sagittarius have got the Magician, the Ten of Swords, Four of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, Ten of Cups, Four of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, Page of Swords, the Moon, and last but not least, the Ace of Swords. Okay, so for you Sagittarius, right? Okay, so for you Sagittarius, this is about oh, you Sagittarius finally take ownership and realizing that yes, the relationship between you and this person that didn't want to listen, didn't want to make things work out, you're done with it. You realize that yeah, this person is never going to change and you're done with it. So you're actually on the verge of setting yourselves free from this person. The Four of Wands, yeah, you tried to make this relationship work between you and them. But a lot of you Sagittarius understand now that it's not going to work. Okay, so a lot of you Sagittarius have been listening to me and what I have to say. Okay, good. And a lot of you realize that with this person, it didn't make any more sense hanging out with him. Very good. The Ace of Pentacles. You wish that you could love them. You know, you wish that you could be in a relationship with them because you really wanted to be in one. But a lot of you Sagittarius understand that your physical attraction for this person does not make up for the messed up stuff that they've done and said and really went out of their way to get you down, to get you depressed, right? To get you to feel, resentment. Ten of Cups, you still enjoyed hanging out with them, but you also understand that this doesn't do anything for you anymore. This isn't conducive to growth. This is conducive to destruction, your own destruction. And a lot of you Sagittarius are not going along for the ride. A lot of you Sagittarius know what time it is, and you're not going along for the ride. It's you understand how dysfunctional it is. You're done. Now, for some of you other Sagittarius who may be single at this time, this represents you Sagittarius. By the way, if this reading resonates for you, please make sure to check out my website. Come and get a personal reading from me. I am available to do personal readings, or you can go to the link of my Amazon and purchase any one of my books. The links to those, my website, my Instagram page, and the links to my books that are on Amazon are both in the comment section below. But for you single Sagittarius, this represents you Sagittarius being more in tune with yourselves, right? Um, Learning how to focus better. Because see, the situation is, and this is let me make it even more plain. The situation with Sagittarius, right? And this is gonna really help you out. The situation with Sagittarius is that a lot of people who are charlatans, who are fakes, a lot of people who don't necessarily mean you any kind of good, don't want you to evolve. They take they take they take advantage of your busyness. They take advantage of your mental busyness. A lot of Sagittarius have a certain amount of lack of focus because remember the opposite zodiac sign is Gemini, and Gemini can be all over the place. As a matter of fact, Gemini represents the chaos symbol because the like in chaos magic, the Gemini represents the chaos symbol, among which Scorpio and other zodiac signs. But the reason why Gemini represents the chaos symbol is because if you've ever seen the chaos symbol is like an atom that is pointing in different direction, kind of like the sun in that regard. But it's a symbol of chaos because it represents the unpredictability of it and the busyness of it, right? That is going in different directions. And the thing about a lot of you Sagittarius is that people take advantage of that. People who are charlatans, people who are fakes, they really do try to take they do take advantage of that. They'll have you convinced that these are people who are upright and they have your back and that they love you based upon um you being distracted with everything else and you not developing that focus, because focus is something that you Sagittarius is actually supposed to develop. And if you Sagittarius were to develop your focus and stop getting so distracted, right, by so many different things, a lot of you Sagittarius can accomplish a lot of different things. Being in a relationship, being industrious, because Sagittarius actually represents publishing, right? Owner publishing, patenting, right? Patenting, right? Things, right? Patented things, getting things actually trademarked up underneath your name or your business name, creating some form of ownership in that regard. That's what the ninth house represents, i.e., Sagittarius, because Sagittarius rules over the ninth house. But a lot of the times, what happens with Sagittarius is that you Sagittarius ends up being here, where you end up having to not be in relationships, and then you end up giving up on relationships that are beneficial for you. So a lot of the times Sagittarius will be like, they'll get themselves into some relationships that are dysfunctional and they like make up excuses for it and be like, why is it that this person doesn't respect my boundaries? Why is it that this person doesn't respect the way that I am? And then they'll try to hold on to a dysfunctional relationship. And then when they're supposed to get themselves into a relationship with somebody that is sturdy, someone that is focused on something, right? Focused on a particular goal, they think that that person is boring because of the monotony. And it's not that the person is boring, right? It's just that this is how it is that you create success. You create success and you create a learning process from doing something a million times. You know the benefits of it, or you're supposed to know the benefits of it, the drawbacks, the modifications, how you can tweak certain things, how you can do one thing different ways, right? And as a result of this, because people take advantage of it, you Sagittarius can end up being caught off guard with that because you don't know what's coming next now that you're in a relationship with somebody who is unpredictable to you, right? And when I say unpredictable, I don't mean unpredictable in a very good way. I mean unpredictable in a way where you know that there's something lurking around the corner for you, but you are unaware of what. So the Four of Pentacles represents you need to have a strong foundation. You need your focus. You need to know what it is that you're doing. You need to stop trying to solve so many problems one at a time. Or you don't have to listen to me. You don't have to listen to me at all. I'm just I'm just letting you know what it is, you know. But the Seven of Pentacles and the Page of Swords is that because the Seven of Pentacles is you already have enough on your plate. You know, you already have enough going on. I'm sure a lot of you Sagittarius probably have a lot of projects, a lot of things that you're thinking about. But see, at the same time, the Page of Swords represents how, but you need to create boundaries. You need to understand, you need to give yourself a deadline, right? Or I ain't gonna say give yourself a deadline per se, but you need to give yourself time to actually work on that one thing at a time. When I try to solve problems, right? Usually I realize that problems usually come as a bundle where it's more than one problem at the same time that manifests. And what I do is I actually go through each problem and figure out each problem. And the more problems that you figure out, it creates a chain reaction. Once you start figuring out one problem and that's cleared and done with, now the other problems that you have on your plate actually become a little bit easier because it's a chain, right? And they're only as strong as the links. So the thing is that the moon now represents, now that you stop hanging out with these people, The moon represents you can actually get some healing, actually do some healing, because the moon also represents healing as well. Because remember what it is that I was talking about. The moon it represents the ability to recourse, the ability to understand where you went wrong based upon going down memory lane and understanding where it is that you went wrong, figuring it out, right? Understanding that there's some things about yourselves that needs to ultimately change. The Ace of Swords represents the relationship building process that in fact you do need to go through the moon and figure out what is wrong so that you can actually begin to figure out how to build real romantic relationships with people and focus and be in a position where you're not like a wild horse all over the place. Because whether it is that you realize it or not, if you've ever studied a wild horse, the wild horse puts itself in a compromising position because the wild horse is doesn't necessarily understands the kind of situation that it's in. So so um all right, so let's clarify the Page of Swords. Calm down. That's my dog. So to clarify the Page of Swords, we have the Star, the Eight of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, Five of Wands. To clarify the Page of Swords. So the Star is that the Star is like a desire for you to accomplish your dreams, a desire for you to actually become free of this person that has become a burden on you and actually accomplish your dreams. Be free. And you are getting free. But the thing is that you got to stop hanging out with this person. And if you're not hanging out with this person, you have to learn to also forgive this person, reflect on those memories and forgive that person so that you can know what to do, right? Next, because you're never going to figure out your goals, right? If you're so caught up with the baggage and the junk that comes with your emotions, because your emotions create the junk. It creates the process in which like hoarding, right? Like you never actually throw away, right, some of the things that you should because they're not needed, they're not necessary anymore. But it's not like you want to give those things away if you think those things have some form of value or sell it. No, you basically, right, you basically hold on to it, right? Because it might be a time where you may need this. What you Sagittarius need to be doing right now, this is just me, or should be doing, I should say, is clear yourselves, clear your mind of all of the BS that's come to you. The Eight of Pentacles, I'm getting a lot of notifications. The Eight of Pentacles represents this being something for you where you work on yourself. Excuse me, you work on yourself. The Four of Pentacles and the Five of Wands, you should understand that while you're working on yourselves, you should understand what your options are, and you should understand that you do have options. The Five of Wands represents, and one of those things that you should be staying away from is anything and anyone that is overly complicated and they're difficult to interact with. For you Sagittarius that are not in a relationship, what does this mean? This still applies because you Sagittarius should still be in a situation where you're getting your mind clear. You're getting into that meditative Zen state, right? That zone, if we will, right? As we regularly know it. And the reason why is because that is the divinity, right? The deeper you are into that meditative state, right? That state of nothingness and just letting ideas bubble up from the surface is the more powerful you actually are. and the more connected with the divine, because you become it. I remember myself being in situations where I'm so connected to the divine, that silence, that meditative state, that Zen. I'm doing it for months, every single day, all day long, for months, 2, 3, 4 months, in that Zen state. And I'm slowly but surely learning how to get back and fall and dive into that Zen state again. And it's an amazing thing, because I'm actually, because when you're outside of that Zen state, everything is like the time is going so slow. But when you're in it, it's like you're so focused and on the things that you need to do. Time is moving by quickly because you don't care about the time. You're not looking at it. You're not giving it attention. So let's clarify the Ace of Swords. I mean, you have to enjoy your life in order for you to be in a relationship, a functional one. So let's clarify the Ace of Swords, the Knight of Swords, the Ten of Swords, the King of Swords, the Six of Swords. So all of these cards are sword cards, right? So the Knight of Swords represents, again, like I've been saying, you will meet new people. It's just that for you right now, what you should be concentrating on is you will learn how to communicate better and engage with people and not be so apprehensive from digging up certain truths about yourselves when you begin that process in the moon, right? Or reflect, right? That form of introspection. So then you have the Ten of Swords, and the Ten of Swords represents, um, and you won't feel so much, but you won't feel so much betrayal. You won't be so betrayed. You won't think about it, overly think about it. The King of Swords and the Six of Swords represents, and this is something for you where you, Sagittarius, will also begin to make the correct decisions when it comes to people coming in and or going out and trying to be cool with you, and they coming off on some disrespectful stuff. You'll know, you will have a better understanding of who's real and who's fake, and why it is that you should stay away from them. And you'll get a quickening because now you're better equipped, and, and you know what to do, and you know how to take action for people who end up being fake. So that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Trying to make the channel grow. Please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the notification bell, and set the notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos. Peace.